Baby, I've been told, doing this until I can't no more. Working till I'm on the floor. I've been telling pain to close the door. Baby, I've been told. Yo, okay. Yo, what's up? So today we are, this is really sad to even say, looking at Celeste's autopsy results, and apparently they're horrific. So let's see. R.I.P. Celeste, man. I don't like making videos about this because it's just so sad, man. Every time I make a video about this David situation, it's just sad, man.
Folks, I've just got some breaking news. I've literally just seen this. This has just dropped, and this is absolutely huge. Apparently, the medical examiner has actually now released the results of the Celeste autopsy officially, and apparently she was killed by 2 penetrating wounds. So we'd seen previous articles and reporting that essentially she had been killed by a sharp instrument, as it says over here. DA says that David murdered Celeste with a sharp instrument.
I think it's a knife. They just don't want to say knife, because they probably want David to slip up and say knife himself or something along those lines. But I think it was a knife, bro. And I think it was that knife that David was flashing on his TikTok. That's what I think it is. I think it was definitely a knife, 100%. Because 2 penetrating wounds, only a knife can do that.
We were wondering whether this was a stabbing, whether this was the penknife or the flick knife, one of these bad boys that he apparently was showing off on Twitch and other places in the lead up to the murder. But now it's official. They're saying she was killed by 2 penetrating wounds, and we've actually got some information from the autopsy here. So TMZ, as always, seem to be reporting this first. It says Celeste Rivas' cause of death has been revealed, and the medical examiner in LA says she was killed by multiple penetrating injuries with unspecified objects. We don't know exactly what objects, but she was penetrated with a sharp instrument. There were a lot of really bad things going on with her and David before she passed away, and that's why the death has been ruled a homicide. So it says the medical examiner says there's 2 penetrating wounds of the torso with smooth edges that may represent sharp force injuries. The wound, 3/4 of an inch length and 1.5 inches deep on the upper abdomen, penetrates the liver, and the wound on the left chest, 9/16 of an inch in length and 2 inches deep, penetrates one of the left intercostal spaces with disruption of the adjacent ribs and cortical surfaces.
Let's look at this. So obviously those are the 2 stab wounds, I'm assuming. Those are definitely where he amputated her legs. That's so sad, man. And I'm assuming that's how he amputated the arms. I'm just confused why there's 2, if that makes sense. Or is that pointing? I think no, that's pointing to that, to the wound to the side of you feel me? Man, this thing is so sad, bro. It's so sad. He amputated her legs. Her arms, as you can see, the arm marks. I'm assuming maybe he tried here, but couldn't go through, so. But arms, legs amputated. God damn, man. Absolutely horrific, man.
So this is the official autopsy results. It says decedent Rivas Hernandez Celeste Abigar. And as I just explained to you, these are the wounds. So these are where she was
right, yeah,
stabbed with a blunt instrument. It looks like a knife. This looks like a knife wound to me. Could easily be one of these sort of knives that David was seen with. It honestly makes perfect sense to me. So basically this is just breaking that down and explaining that there was injuries, multiple defects over here on the lower right, sort of the upper right back. There's multiple linear abrasions on the hands. So there was slices to the hands, slices to the fingers. They pointed out that's where the shush tattoo was on her finger. The skull, it says partially skeletonized.
Wait,
what?
What
does it say? Globe not present.
Partially where? Skeleton. So you could see her skeleton, like her skull. Whoa. Now that's disgusting. Not her, I mean David, man. He's an evil guy, man. Evil guy. If the I swear that if the LAPD messes up and David gets freed from jail, they have to understand it's gonna be another California LA wildfire again, but only LAPD this time. I'm just gonna say that. Trust me, they're gonna burn LAPD down if they mess this case up. I'm telling you, bro. LAPD know that. They're aware of the LA riots that happened, 20 years ago, 20, 30 years ago. They're aware of that. They know better. So we will see. But they better, bro, this guy needs to go to jail because what the hell? Just look at the stab wounds. It's so sad, man.
Can't quite see what that says, but it says something with the eye. I think it says lips intact. Don't see what that says. Something present. Says there's a defect here, 6-inch at the top of the shoulder. So yeah, as you can see, it appears to be some kind of abrasion. I believe this is actually where the severs were made, these lines. So it appears that the arms and legs were cut here at these points. So one leg cut a little bit shorter than the other. I'm not going to lie, these are areas with
that's
strong bones.
Low key, yeah. Because look, I'm pretty sure this is a femur or fibula, one of the two, right? Bear in mind the strongest bone in the body, basically the strongest bone in the body. So the fact David was able to cut through that, he must have some warehouse machinery. I'm talking because I used to work in a warehouse, right? He must have some massive warehouse machinery to cut through that because this bone's very strong. You don't break it like that. This is coming from me, who I got hit by a car and broke my tibia. You feel me? In 2 places, but the thigh bone didn't even get a scratch on it. This bone's very, very strong, bro. It's very, very strong. So the fact he was able to cut through it is crazy. It's crazy, man. Allegedly, if we just imagine the whole video. I'm saying allegedly, yeah, the whole video. So it's crazy that he's done this, man. I don't know how he managed to, because how no one saw him walk out of the shop with a massive sword is beyond me. Because how would you do this if you didn't have a massive ass sword or saw? It's crazy, man.
I think it seems like some kind of industrial tools would have been needed to make these sort of severances. That's just my opinion. Okay, I don't know. I'm no.
What did I just say? Yeah.
But it's interesting. So there's also some other things. It says it's interesting the medical examiner uses the word may, which is the defense, something they might jump on. The medical examiner also says her left ring and pinky fingers were amputated, but the body diagram shows her right pointer finger with the shush tattoo was intact. This will also be an interesting issue at trial because the autopsy report says there is a presumptive positive for methamphetamine and MDMA. There was another screening that says methamphetamine was not inclusive and MDMA was not detective. So the report says Celeste may have had alcohol in her system, but it did not contribute to her death. So the stab wounds were obviously the reasons, and it was a homicide. Doesn't matter if she was dosed up with some MDMA or meth or whatever you want to call it. It's crazy. It says the body was badly decomposed. The head was partially skeletonized with an absent left eye. That's really dark. And I wonder whether that was...
Absent left eye. He's an absolute sicko, man. He took her eye? We didn't know this beforehand. He took her eye? Oh, man. Absent left eye. Nah, man. Put this guy in jail, man. Just lock him up in jail. If I give him the death penalty, he don't deserve to live. Because I remember when I first heard about this case, I was nice enough to give the benefit of the doubt. Because that's who I am. I always give the benefit of the doubt, right? Because I don't, I would never like to be falsely accused of anything. So I always give the benefit of the doubt. And I did in the beginning of the case. Now reading all these things and seeing all this stuff and all this evidence, David, go to jail, man. If I get the death penalty, I'll execute you personally, bro. I'll come to LA and I will personally execute you. Trust me. Because this is absolutely disgusting. I hope the LAPD get you to get the death penalty on you, bro. They need to do the death penalty. They need to. If any judge or jury read all of this, hear all this evidence and say David's innocent, I'ma smack them with my Let me control my mouth. Let me control myself. So I'm getting angry. Let me control myself. You know, I do go to uni before they see the video and say I'm being violent. Let me calm down. Let me calm down. But still, bro. Still, man. I'm just appalled, man. It's disgusting, bro.
Literally cut that, bruh. I don't even want to imagine what's going on with that. The remains were found in a black body bag and a black trash bag containing David's Tesla. Okay, and TMZ did kind of a long breakdown of what was going on. So let's have a little glance at this.
And I think I've said this before already, but Celeste is the same age as my sister, right? Basically, yeah. They're born the same year, but I think Celeste is a month older than my sister, right? So they're very close in age. And I said, if this happened to my sister, David would already be dead. I would have killed him personally. I would have given him a death penalty personally. Because what the hell? Ooh, if there's someone try this with my sister, they're going to see the other side of me. Ooh. I couldn't let this... Oh, man. This is why I always be on my sister's back about who she talks to. When she opens the door at home to go outside to talk to someone, I'm always watching her because of stuff like this. Because of stuff like this, man. I'm always on my sister's back about who she talks to because of stuff like that. I'm telling you, bro.
Everyone's been waiting for this. People are saying, so he essentially stabbed her to death. I hope he rots in prison.
Literally.
Paul Celeste, R.I.P. People are saying, are the lines on the legs cuts? Or is that where the dismembering was? That is where that is. Okay. People are saying it looks like a smooth-edged blade of a knife wound. I can't read the lighting, but the lines look like where the limbs were cut off. So sad. So there's more. Okay. I've got a bunch of other stuff that I want to cover, but I want to keep that in a separate video for you guys. So this is more reaction. The medical examiner saying she died from 2 penetrating stab wounds, and the drugs and the alcohol didn't contribute to her death. They said the body was actually placed in the Tesla and it sat there for 4 entire months. So 2 missing fingers not cut off and with the body completely missing. So this R-word killer maggot cut her finger off with this tattoo that said David. So yes, left pinky and left ring finger. If this...
I didn't peep that when he was talking about it earlier. He did what? He cut her fingers and then kept them. He kept them. Nah, but this guy disgusting, man. He cut her fingers off, mutilated the body, and kept the fingers. What in the Jeffrey Dahmer? Now this guy's an absolute psycho. Absolute psycho. My question is, allegedly, Celeste's parents have met David in person. Why would they let him even date Celeste? Was he threatening them? What was going on, bro? I want to know why this was even allowed to happen. Because for me personally, if my daughter, when I ran away with some rapper like him, how far the rapper would be dead is crazy work. But he'd be dead. You might think I'm just saying that. But bro, actually I shouldn't be inciting violence on the video. I'm joking, by the way. YouTube, every time I say that, I mean in GTA 4, when I say David would be dead, I mean in GTA 4, by the way. You know, YouTube. I meant in GTA 4. Not actually dead. In GTA 4. Just making sure. But, yeah, man. Because there's no way. Like, there's no way my daughter would be doing this and I wouldn't investigate. You feel me?
Picture is her.
Especially because David's famous. It don't take 10 seconds to search up David's name and find out, oh, he's 20 years old. Or 21 now.
That wasn't confirmed. You're directly looking at the 2 fingers that went missing. Now, I'm going to tell you something crazy. It says this will finally debunk the OD, then murder theories. It won't, though. Defense will find a medical expert who can start saying maybe the drugs in her system were the cause of...
Probably, yeah. But no, this is not an OD, man. This ain't no OD. He clearly murdered her, mutilated her, and killed her. And the fact she even had drugs in her system tells you that David was just drugging this girl, bro. Because first of all, where do you even get meth from? Like, what?
The death, maybe, and that could be enough to cast doubt on some jurors. It's going to be a battle between experts and high-powered rich people who have access to many of them. There's something that I'm really scared to show you guys that's coming up, honestly.
I think I work. Let me see. I think I know what he's gonna show. I saw the TikTok as well. Let's see when he shows it. Here we go. You'll see the TikTok. I've seen this TikTok already, but he's gonna show this TikTok.
I'm probably.
It's not a real finger, YouTube.
This is going around on Reddit right now, and it is reality. So massive trigger warning for you. This post is going around on Reddit, and they're saying that David actually took Celeste's finger with the David tattoo on it on tour as a trophy, and here he shows a cut finger on tour, and it links to a TikTok.
When I saw it, bro,
I haven't watched this TikTok yet. I'm actually scared to.
When I saw this, I said sicko, but then I realized it's not her finger. It's an anime finger you can buy from an anime character. I forgot the anime character's name, but you can buy it. It's an anime thing. It's not her actual finger.
Watch this, but let's see. Fucking hell. Is it? Please tell me this isn't what I think it is.
Wrapping up the one and only original Sukuna's finger from Jujutsu Kaisen.
Sukuna's finger, that's it.
Yeah, we about to drink some tea, do some vocal warm-ups.
I don't think it's an actual. It don't look like a finger. It don't look like a finger. It looks like one of them like anime ones. 100%, 100%. Not defending. If it is, then ew. But I don't think it is, bro. I don't think it is.
It can't be. It can't be. It can't be. I'm speechless. Could it possibly? Could this really be it? So this was on August 2025, the 19th of August. I just can't believe what I'm seeing.
Wrapping up the one and only original Sukuna's finger from Jujutsu Kaisen. And yeah, we about to drink some tea, do some vocal warm-ups. Some vocal warm-ups. Warm-ups.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we about to drink
part.
some tea, do some vocal warm-ups.
Bro, he has such a punchable face. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know them people that have punchable, like, you see their face, you just want to punch it. That's David's face to me, bro. He has one of them punchable ass faces, bro. I want to... Well, I'm going to say they better arrest David. They better charge him with the murder and give him a death penalty. Because if he gets out of that prison, I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him. I am going to America. I was supposed to go to America for the World Cup. I don't think I'm going to go anymore. But we'll see, though. If I get some money up, if I get a job anytime soon or get some money up from YouTube, I'll probably go. But we'll see.
Bruv. Says, yes, it's a prop. He showed clues all this time. It's
Yeah,
not fan fiction, y'all. The whole premise of...
I did think... I do think he definitely put it in the video as like a clue. Because I don't know what it is with David. It's like he put clues in everything he did. When it comes to the music. He even brought a casket on stage. A casket, whatever you want to call it. I'm posh. A casket on stage. Like, that's so weird. That should have already been a red flag. Bringing a casket on. You're not Youngboy. You're not NBA Youngboy to be bringing caskets on stage, bro. You're not. I know NBA Youngboy has done that too, but still, it's weird.
This finger is a dead person's finger. That character ate to get powers or something. This is when I posted this a few months back. I was...
Plus, the difference is NBA Youngboy isn't killing kids. So, or being a pedophile. So, he can get away with putting a casket on stage and we don't mind it. It's artistic because he's not actually doing that kind of stuff. But you are.
Told it was nothing. They're saying this is the finger he took. What is he doing with a cut finger prop? So I searched with Google Lens and it seemed...
He probably cut the finger because... You might not believe me when I say this. When they were first saying, oh, they found a bullet Celeste, she has a tattoo. And the David... On her finger... the David tattoo was... They never said that they couldn't find it. I thought... the first thing I thought is he cut the finger off. That's what I thought. I thought he did... And I think he cut that finger off. Again, everything is alleged. He cut that finger off so they can't find David on her. Because if they on her finger find David, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. He ain't winning the case in that case.
It's like the one he's holding is a prop of Sukuna's finger from the anime series Jujutsu Kaisen, but if the autopsy is showing that 2 fingers are absent, it means he likely cut them off, especially because one of them had the David tattoo. So he might have gone around with that object to remind himself of that. What the actual fuck, this man, sick monster, took her finger as a trophy. Let me look this up. Because if this is a thing that you can buy a Sukuna's finger prop. So it looks like this is a thing, all right? You can buy a Sukuna's finger prop.
But David's still a weirdo, though. Thanks for watching this video. You know what to do. Please subscribe. And, man, this is so sad. This whole Celeste situation is just... R.I.P. to Celeste, man. Such a short life she had.